and that's how it goes. You never ever know about the NWO. Deep behind enemy lines of the New World Order for August 23rd, 2020. Today's top headline in the news? Yeah. The age of Earth's inner core is being revised. More Earth changes and geopolitical upheaval, and another update to the New World Order from the No Link News Desk. Move over, harp-tards. You'll not see this earthquake prediction or news from Doomsday Dutchie's Magic 3D Earthquake Crystal Ball first. So in case you missed it, or want to wait and see sloppy seconds from Doomsday Dutchie, let's get to the science of things. Back in 1998, Mitch Petros shocked the scientific community with his space weather equation and how charged particles and cosmic rays from outer space drives Earth's inner core and geodynamo. His space weather equation went something like this. Sunspots trigger solar flares. Solar flares trigger magnetic field shift. Magnetic field shift triggers shifting oceans and shifting jet stream currents. Shifting jet stream currents and shifting oceans trigger extreme weather and human disruption. So from the No Link News Desk, today's breaking headline. New research from the University of Texas of Austin reveals Earth's unique iron composition isn't linked to the formation of the planet's core. The research published this month opens the door for other competing theories about why Earth, relative to other planets, has higher levels of heavy iron isotopes. By creating conditions akin to the center of the Earth inside a laboratory chamber, researchers have improved the estimate of the age of our planet's solid inner core. Doomsday Dutchie. Let's say this again so his dumbass mofo earthquake forecasting gets pointed out, shouted out as a fraud. I think Dutchie says the inner core is made of plasma, but putting forward this latest discovery proves that dumbass disinfo Dutchie doesn't have a clue that the inner core is solid yet. But who am I to point this shit out because he's a fucking dumbass? What's more is the fact that the experiments and accompanying theories help pin down the magnitude of how the core conducts heat and the energy sources that power the planet's dynamo. The mechanism that sustains Earth's magnetic field, which keeps compasses pointing north and helps protect life from harmful cosmic rays. People are really curious and excited about knowing about the origin of this geodynamo, Dutchie. But you don't have a clue because you got your head so far up your ass with your fucking egomaniac fucking bullshit fucking fantasies. But the strength of the magnetic field has been weakening, and because of all this, it contributes to the planet's habitability. Jung-Fu Lin, a professor at the University of Texas at Austin's Jackson School of Geosciences, led this latest research published August 13th in the Journal of Physical Review Letters. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. My screen capture is not working right. No. There we go. Now we can transition over to show you the latest news. Yeah, breaking at my news desk today. It just proves how dumbass Dutchy doesn't have a clue about these geophysical letters in the news. Yeah, breaking news. So the Earth's core is made mostly of iron, dumbass Dutchy, with the inner core being solid, not made of plasma, you fucking goofy mofo, trying to make money, getting rich with your clickbait bullshit. Now, the outer core being liquid, the effectiveness of the iron in transferring heat through conduction. Yeah, let's go back to Mr. Petros. This just confirms Mr. Petros' 1998 and 2012 Earth changes equation. Yeah, Dutchy, have you ever just shown anybody this about Mitch Petros coming out with all your earthquake bullshit fantasy yet? Are you going to steal all of my news and take it and claim it for yourself like you always do with your sloppy second bullshit? So, increased charged particles cause the magnetic field to decrease. Increased outer core convection. Yeah. Do you know what that means, Dutchy? Increased outer core convection causes the mantle plumes to increase, causing earthquakes and volcanoes? But hey, we know you're a little slow on the cooling of the planet and the cooling of the core, or the heating of the core for that matter. You don't know the difference if the core's heating or cooling, do you? You don't have no fucking signs. So when you see the core return to convection because of this cooling cycle in solar cycle 24, yeah. Now we're seeing solar cycle 25 emerge, and now a possible increase in earthquakes because the inner core is going to be heated up because the sun is coming back to life. But, the key to determining a number of other attributes about the core, including when the inner core formed. Over the years, hold on a second. I've showed you the study here, the theory and properties about the solid iron core for dumbass Dutchy, so he can, change his whole fucking dumbass fucking earthquake forecasting theories based upon this new knowledge. Yeah. Dumbass Dutchy gonna make it all better, saving you all from the earthquakes. You know that, don't you? Be prepared. Have a plan. Yeah, it's a never-ending fucking geodynamo, isn't it? The new research solves that paradox by finding a solution that keeps the temperature of the core within realistic perimeters. Finding that solution depended on directly measuring the conductivity of the iron core like under conditions where pressure is greater than 1 million atmospheres and temperatures can rival those found on the surface of the sun. Researchers achieved conditions by squeezing laser-heated samples of iron between two diamond anvils. And it wasn't an easy feat. All right, let's go to this diagram. Yeah. We'll show you that diagram. Okay, hold on a second. Slow down. You're going too fast for dumbass Dutchy to understand, because his dumbass fucking subscribers are brainwashed into believing that dumbass Dutchy knows it all about earthquake forecasting. How the Earth's geodynamo, he can predict where the next one's going to be by his magic earthquake 3D crystal ball. Yeah. So he don't have a clue. He don't show you where these temperatures are taken from by the, near the Earth's core or anything, that other good scientific data shit. He's just a cherry picking mofo dumbass. Yeah. So at least some people got some scientific studies that can point out how big a fraud dumbass Dutchy is when it comes to earthquake forecasting. Author Yojun Jang said in an article, "We encountered many problems and failed several times, which made us frustrated and we almost gave up." An associate professor of Sichuan University in China, with the constructive comments and encouragement by Professor Jung-Fu Lin, they finally worked it out over several test runs. Hold on. The newly measured conductivity is 30% to 50% less than the conductivity of the younger core estimate. And it suggests that the geodynamo was maintained by two different energy sources. Key. Energy sources. We go right back to Mitch Petros and confirming his charged particles and cosmic ray equation in the mechanics and thermal convection of composital convection. At first, the geodynamo was maintained by thermal convection alone. Now each mechanism plays about an equally important role. Now transition to the scene again to show you what it all means in the big picture. Once you understand actually how much of the heat flux from the outer core to the lower mantle, you can think about when did the Earth cool sufficiently to the point that the inner core started to crystallize, he said. Diamonds. Diamonds are a woman's best friend, aren't they? Dutchy. Where do you think they came from? So the revised age of inner core could correlate with the spike in the strength of Earth's magnetic field. As we've been pointing out, the arrangement of the Earth's magnetic field is being weakened by cosmic rays and charged particles, as recorded by the arrangement of magnetic materials in rocks that were formed around this time. So together with the evidence suggests that the formation of the inner core was an essential part of creating today's robust magnetic fields. Imagine that. All these earthquakes are attributed to the weakening and strengthening of Earth's magnetic fields, dumbass Dutchy. But still, you're going to get your clickbait fucking subscribers to make you more money every day with your bullshit. I'm going to forecast more earthquakes. There are going to be more in the next 10 days, right? You just keep pulling earthquakes. Are going to increase out your ass every 10 days, dumbass. Dutchy, once again. Never going to end, Dutchy. They got geodynamo going on here. And the National Science Foundation and the National Natural Science Foundation of China supports this research. It makes you think you're mofo dumbass Dutchy shit is no go for those in the scientific community, right, Dutchy? They don't believe none of your shit, bullshit. Now that the Earth's core has been revisited. But who am I to point out? Who am I to point out this mysterious man fifth element that drives the Earth's magnetic field? Yeah. Maybe one day dumbass Dutchy will pull his head out of his ass and see what I'm talking about here. Maybe one day dumbass Dutchy will come to the light to see how it all fits into the big picture. The cosmic rays, the light from outer space. This is superergenic energy. Yeah, the Mayan elders tell you about is called ether. The mysterious fifth element of nature. Maybe one day you'll figure it all out. But hey, I'm Never Know, Patriot Broadcasting and Liberty Tree Radio field reporter number 8510. God bless the Republic. Death to the New World Order. We are on the march. The empire is on the run. We shall prevail.